Faced with the prospect of homelessness, a South St. Louis man alleges he is a victim of housing discrimination.
He says his requests for reasonable accommodations were met with retaliation from his apartment complex. Here's Contact 2's Mike Colombo.
Navy veteran Kenneth Hansbrough showed us how showering in his apartment can be a treacherous task.
I try to hold on here, sometimes there, sometimes here, and sometimes there, to try to get off in here.
Wheelchair bound due to a spinal cord injury, Kenneth tells us he's repeatedly asked management at the Charles Place Apartments in South St. Louis for an ADA compliant shower. He says management responded by installing grab bars.
But they installed it wrong and loosely. I kept emailing them saying, listen, this grab bar needs to be fixed. They wouldn't fix it until I failed and got a concussion. I was laid out on the floor. I ended up going to the hospital.
Kenneth believes Charles Place's alleged failure to properly reinstall the grab bars violated the Fair Housing Act. His accusation is included in this housing discrimination complaint Kenneth filed with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in February 2024. In the complaint his attorney shared with us, Kenneth also alleges Charles Place discriminated against him on the basis of his disability by failing to provide a reasonable accommodation of rear gate access needed for safe pickups and drop-offs. Kenneth is legally blind and doesn't drive. He uses Metro's call-a-ride service.
If I got a doctor's appointment going to wherever, if the driver said, I don't feel safe, going through the front, then they'll say, I'll pick you up in the back. Well, they couldn't pick me up in the back because it didn't have a clicker to the gate.
The rear entrance to the Charles Place campus requires a remote to open the gate. Kenneth says residents with vehicles are given remotes, but when he requested one to use...
Well, you have to have a car. It's what the manager told me. I said, call-a-ride is my car.
Call-a-ride sent Charles Place management this letter on Kenneth's behalf, requesting he be granted rear gate access so its vehicles can safely pick him up and drop him off.
I said, there are people all around here who have clickers and don't have cars. Both of the managers ignored that and just said, well, you don't get a clicker.
Kenneth believes his HUD complaint prompted Charles Place to take legal action against him. In September 2024, Charles Place filed this motion trying to evict him from his apartment. It alleged Kenneth was seen on video breaking and entering through a window. Charles Place dropped the suit the day the trial was supposed to start. In March, Charles Place tried to evict him again, this time with an unlawful detainer suit. It alleges Kenneth didn't vacate the property after being given 30 days' notice. It says his tenancy was terminated due to property damage and his refusal to pay for damages. Kenneth fears he could soon be homeless.
I never lived on the street. I don't know nothing about living on the street. And that's what really makes me scared, to live on the street. I don't know how to do that.
The Supreme Court of Missouri has determined years ago that when you're fighting a UD case, there's limited defenses in these cases.
Attorney Kalila Jackson represents Kenneth in this case.
You can't counterclaim, you can't file countersuits in an unlawful detainer case, but the one right that is preserved is that right to the jury trial. And we do intend to request a jury trial just to have a jury of his peers here and determine if this is something that housing providers should be allowed to do.
That brings us back to Kenneth's HUD complaint. If the results of the federal investigation were favorable, Jackson says it could help keep Kenneth in his apartment. But she fears cuts by the Trump administration have greatly handcuffed HUD.
HUD is basically paralyzed. It's not doing anything with any cases. Most people are just waiting to see at HUD what they're going to be allowed to do.
Sasha Sandberg Champion served as Deputy General Counsel for Enforcement and Fair Housing at HUD during the Biden administration. He now works for the National Fair Housing Alliance.
They have not charged a single case of discrimination in this administration, whether a complicated case, an easy case, a controversial case, a non-controversial case. They've equally charged none of them.
Sandberg Champion says hampering HUD's ability to effectively investigate reasonable accommodation complaints could fuel exploitation of the Fair Housing Act.
I think many housing providers understand right now that HUD investigators are a paper tiger, because even if they find a violation, they're not going to be able to do anything. They're not going to be able to demand action or have the case charged. So ultimately, people can just wait HUD out.
We asked the attorney representing Charles Place in this suit for an interview. He responded saying the firm does not comment on active litigation, adding we should direct our request to Charles Place. We have contacted Charles Place multiple times and have yet to get a response. As for Kenneth Hansbrough, he'll have his day in court May 28th. Until then,
I just ask for what the law allows, and there's no humanity here. That's what I'm missing.
Mike Colombo, Fox 2 News.